Monday. You see how we doing? We are in gear. We are en route. Got a little sauce this morning, man. You heard? It's gonna come with the chronicles, right? You see what's taking place out here with these YTC boxing scammers, right? These YTC boxing scammers are scrambling right now. Not only are they scrambling, it's up, man. See, one thing about the YTC, right? That I've been mastered this for a long time, right? When I came on the scene on the YTC, right? And I was saying to myself, this shit is gonna be easy, right? Because when I all looking for my initial, fucking with YouTube boxing, I was seeing how, it's a platform where it appears to be a bunch of fans and people that actually like boxing and support boxing. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come fuck with this shit. It was always recommended to me that, go on YouTube, right? I would watch it all the time, right? They used to be like, go on YouTube. Watch it, and I'm like, all right. And then what I started noticing about YouTube, right? And especially like some of the more popular YouTubers, right? Smoke and mirrors, though. Let me say that. Some of the more popular smoke and mirror guys, right? They all had one thing in common, right? They all had this thing in common, right? They all was doing big views, or it appeared that they had an audience of people that listened to them, right? But they were all, to me, stagnated. Now, I say that to say this, right? Why would you say they're stagnated if they're doing numbers? I'm like, all right, granted, they're doing views and all that, but to me, they were stagnated, because I'm saying, like, how do you, whenever you put out content, people are tapping into it, but you're not growing? They're not growing, right? I'm like, this shit don't make no sense, right? Lo and behold, I pop out, I'm doing my thing, right? I remember being at a function and getting an offer. Yeah, I came on here, a lot of these weirdos, not gonna say that, a lot of these content creators, right, was laughing. I think I was saying this like last year. No, I've been saying this for a while. I was like, I turned down the YouTube deal. I turned it down. I was like, I don't want that deal. I don't want that deal, man. But I was presented the offer. I was presented the YouTube deal. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't want that deal. And I remember the particular person that told me this, right? I was at a function. I was doing, my due diligence, one of my job titles, and they was like, "Oh, what's that for?" And I was like, matter of fact, they told me no videos, right? They thought I was videoing the shit, and I was like, "Nah, I'm taking pictures." They was like, "What you do, YouTube?" And they was like, "Yeah, we could make you the biggest YouTuber." And I was like, "Nah, I don't want that deal." I was like, because I had figured it out then. I was like, YouTube to me was stagnated. All the big time content creators, they're stagnated. They took the deal, right? And it shows, because they have no growth. And then, somebody like myself, who, this comes on YouTube in fronts and steps, right? They could not stop my growth. They could not stunt my growth, right? Because I did not take the deal, number one. Number two, I knew that And I figured that out, that like, yo, these guys aren't growing. How's that possible? If you are moving the needle, so to say, on YouTube and doing these things, why are you stagnated? Now, granted, a lot of guys have grown and level changed, but the majority that appear to be like important are stagnated. And what do? They send out crash dummies, or they hide behind fake accounts. Whenever you start getting on their heels or exposing them, they want to call you a hater. They want to call you all these things. No, you're a stagnated scammer. Get it in gear now, right? Get it in gear. Like, especially you boxing guys, man. If you guys been doing all of these views and making all of this money and you're influencers, it's time to do other things, man. It's time to show that influence. But see, you guys cannot, because you're scammers and you're stagnated. And, you know, you got at the right guy. You got at the right guy, you know. And now I'm going to really step on this shit, man. Like, see how I'm stepping on the brake right now? I'm really going to step on this shit, man. You know, you guys been scamming. Like, it's crazy, right? The bigger scammers, right? Y'all been scamming so long that you got guys who can't even afford to scam because they don't even realize what's going on, and they're not even in the way no more. They just lost because you've been following losers, scammers, stagnated motherfuckers, and you thought it was cool, right? That's why now I don't even, like, a lot of these low tier guys, I don't even get at them no more, man. It's pointless because they have no growth, and it shows in their channel, it shows in their life. Now, especially in their life and channel, because that's why I use those two key things. Because see, they've been following guys and listening to guys who've been scamming and stagnated, but they present the illusion, the smoke and mirrors illusion that has you guys confused, right? Because if you think about it, right, a lot of you YouTubers, right, and you see it across the board with boxing, motherfuckers is having breakdowns, right? The stagnated ones especially, right, that do views and have audience. You know why? Because they're not growing. The jig is up, man. You can go live all day long and have 200, 300, 400 people in your rotation, but if you're not growing, if you're not level changing, if you're not adding on, you're stagnated. You're stagnated. And you let a guy like me, hold on, let me put the camera on me, hold on. You let somebody like me that does absolutely no views, right? That nobody wants to listen to when I go live and all these things. Not only pass y'all, come back around and lap y'all. I'm lapping y'all multiple times now. Still not doing no views because I'm not stagnated in life. See, a lot of these YouTubers are stagnated in life and boxing. They still have yet to be a part of anything. They still have yet to, some of these guys even go to fights. Some of these guys are just starting now going to fights. And when you see them go to fights, they are not doing anything for the program as far as growing, because they're stagnated. They've been stagnated. The jig is up, man. Yes, the jig is up, man. Man, we here early. You know, it's a little early, 7:09. Look like it's gonna rain, man. I didn't even check the weather, man. Hopefully I have one of my jackets in the bag. I don't even have a jacket. I was still in delivery mode. You heard? I was in delivery mode. Yo, Clarence, man, what's up with your man, the scammer, man? Clarence, man, you fell victim to the scammers, brother. You know, unfortunately, you know, you got caught up in the YouTube scammer game, man. But shout out to you, man. You know, these YouTube scammers, boxing scammers, they have no actual growth, Clarence. They have no actual growth, man. I'm still waiting for some of these guys to grow with their platforms and their views and all of this. Still no growth, man. Still no gyms open up. Still no fighters getting signed. Still no parts and nothing. You know, scammers, man. These guys are scammers, man. And one thing about a scammer, when the industry knows you're a scammer, that's what you got to continue to do. But when the industry knows you are an actual grower, you are somebody that gets to it, you know, you are an asset, not a liability, you will always have a position somewhere. You will always have a spot because you have a skill set where you do things that people can use. Yes, people can use. Now I made it. Look, I am here. Yeah, whenever I take, well, I only took 2 days off, really, because I came in on Saturday, yeah. Yesterday, it was all about Source Enterprises, right? Yesterday was a Source Enterprise day. Whenever I do a complete day of just, you know, Source functions, and I come here, I'll be like, I feel like out of the loop, man. But I'll be all right. Once I get into some heavy equipment, yeah, you're absolutely right. Dudes been exposed themselves because they stagnated, Clarence. They haven't grown. They haven't grown, brother. And it shows in boxing. And now it's starting to show in the life of boxing, you know? And I'm gonna do an in-depth live on this tonight. I'm not gonna expose none of my topics because, you know, a lot of these guys, you know, these internet guys, they're weirdos, bro. They run with your shit. They didn't act like they don't know you. They don't want to acknowledge you. But the writing is on the wall, man. The jig is up, you know. The jig is definitely up, man. Stagnation is at an all-time high. That's why you see guys, and shout out to Drew Titan, man. I'm gonna say your name, brother, even though I know you won't say my name because you know what it is. You know what it is, but I'm gonna say your name. Drew Titan, continue to get at those guys in the TWT or whatever they call, because that content that you do is actually entertaining. Yesterday when you was flipping on the dude and his girl, that shit was entertaining. That old Love and Hip Hop type shit was entertaining. He came back at you. See, that's the shit that you guys need to do. Real talk. I'm gonna keep it tall with y'all. When you guys do that type of content, it's entertaining, right? When you try to do boxing content, it's not entertaining, right? And y'all can say the same thing about me, because I'm not a real boxing kind of content type of dude, right? I just actually do boxing activities. You guys, on the other hand, don't do these things, right? You claim to, you have audience to and all this, but you don't do it, right? But that content, when you guys do shit like that, Coach Malachi, all of you guys, that shit is entertaining. But when you try to front like you do shit in boxing, nah, because you can't show it. You can't show it. The jig is up, man. Until you guys start showing some of the shit that you do in boxing, stick to y'all lane, man. You know, do the comedy shit, the messy shit, the Love and Hip Hop shit. You know, that shit is it. Like when y'all talk that type of shit, I can fuck with y'all all day. Just like y'all don't want to fuck with me when I come on here and talk boxing and talk about fights and things behind the scenes. You know, y'all don't like to fuck with me because I'll be so accurate in the know, right? Like I told you, the PBC was weak, and now it's showing, right? It's showing, right? Didn't I say that shit that they was weak? I've been saying they was weak. Now you got all these content creators speculating that Al Heyman is getting out the game. Al Heyman's in bad health. They've been weak, bro. Floyd Mayweather's over there stuck in Dubai. How is all these things possible if they not weak, bro? How? How, man? You know, how? You know how this is possible? Because a lot of motherfuckers been stagnated, man. They've been stagnated, man. They just been stagnated, man. And you can't hide no more. See, the internet was hiding a lot of that shit, but it wasn't really hiding it. Like, you can come on here and it's different apps and shit that you can fuck with on this shit to, smoke and mirrors type shit, man. But at the end of the day, man, like today is Tuesday, tomorrow will be Wednesday, Thursday. Time is moving on, right? And we're seeing that real life now in boxing, right? The players who were moving the chessboard pieces, they're getting old, right? A lot of the people who are supposed to come up underneath them, unfortunately, aren't it. Probably never was it. But when you are put in position and you're not learning the position, and it's time for you to control the position or, work the position, you don't know what to do. And that's why you see the August 3rd card come, right? Because these guys who have been moving the chessboard, and I'm gonna use Al because the reports are coming out that Al's not in good health, right? But for a long time, most of the time, all the time, we never even seen Al. Al was Jamie, what's her name from Ghost. He was from Power. Remember Ghost? Nobody used to see him. That's why his name was Ghost, right? Jamie St. Patrick, Tariq's dad, right? That was Al Heyman. Al Heyman was Ghost. We never used to see Al, right? But Al got a lot of things done. Now Al, who's not being seen, is really not even being heard from because apparently he's not doing too good. We wish him the best though. But the PBC has been weak and it's showing. Right? This is a $1 billion company or whatever. Well, they had the $1 billion hedge fund. I don't know if they're still a $1 billion company. But one of their alleged assets is stuck over in Dubai for financial type of shit, I'm not getting into all that either. I just like to watch it play out. Maybe I will do some type of content on it. But right now, it's, I just like to sit back and watch all these guys that are stagnated influencers. They're stuck in the mud right now. These guys are stuck in the mud because they've been scammers, man. When you're a scammer, you got to keep scamming. And the YouTube scam has been over. Been over, man. It's over, man. It's literally over, man. Because if you're only doing views and you're not growing, like a lot of these guys that do views, they should have been like the Boxing Voice. Shout out to the Boxing Voice. I like those guys because you see their growth. You see their growth. But some of these other guys, you don't see their growth at all. And they let a guy like me, who you guys attempted to ignore, start networking and getting with real people, real hitters without YouTube. And I said to myself, damn, how is this possible? How am I getting certain opportunities and connections with people and nobody watches me? Oh, I know why, because I'm not a scammer. A lot of people don't watch these guys as well, and it's really showing. And then it took me back to what I told y'all earlier when I started this live. I did not accept the YouTube deal. And what I did was I built my platform and I built the things that I was doing. And every time somebody attempted to do the things that I was doing, I always kept that receipt. And I would show that receipt. Like, yo, you see this guy? He's copying me. You see this guy right here? It's another guy. He's copying me. You see this broad right here? She's copying me. But these guys are all claiming to not watch me, but yet they are attempting to do the things that I have done or doing. You see this right here? I did this just to show you guys. Now I don't do it no more. But you see how I brought this out? Look how they're doing this. But yet, I'm this, I'm that. I'm not real. I'm not official. I'm not solid. I'm mad. I'm all these things. But why are you following the source print? You notice I didn't say blueprint, but you're following the source print of somebody that you claim you don't watch. You claim that I don't do this. You claim that I don't do that. But yet, you're attempting to do these things. Game over. It's game over. And the more the people was doing this, the more I would present this. Clever said, bro, I realize these niggas are really not content creators. They clout chasers and do any. Well, I don't even say they clout chasers, Clarence. They're scammers, bro. In order, anybody can have clout. You don't have to be on the internet to have clout. You know what real clout is? Being known. Being known. That's clout. Being known. These dudes are scammers. YouTube, internet scammers. It has nothing to do with clout. Because if well, you know for yourself, Clarence, because I can't remember. I worked so many cards, but we was at a particular card, an event. It wasn't even the actual card. It was damn. I want to say it was the Jihad Tucker, either the Joe Smith. It was either the Joe Smith undercard or the Edgar Berlanga undercard, and you was there, I was there, and did you see how I was working the room? I was working the room, right? You know why I was working the room? Because I have real life clout. I think that's when I interviewed Mickey Bay. I was on live, but I was just showing how I could go around the room and I know damn near everybody in the room, from managers, coaches to fighters, and I was all in all of these circles talking with them. That's clout. That's clout, right? You know why that's clout? Because I'm known. I know these people. They know what I do. They know what I'm a part of. They know what I bring to the table. That's clout. You know, this internet shit is not clout, because all these guys that's known on the internet, I didn't see none of them in there working. One, when I do see these guys out, what are they doing? They're doing weirdo activities. Two, three, they're scamming. They don't have no growth. They're stagnated. Yeah, granted, they can go on live. They could do fight parties. They could do all these things. But when it comes time to coming to the table with a source plan, right? Where they at, man? They're back on this, talking about views, talking about this, talking about that, but they haven't elevated yet. They haven't elevated yet. Yes. Oh man, I gotta pin that, man. He's been a scammer, man. Yes, in Jersey, when he tried to cut in line, or he tried to sneak in. I just say, I'm trying to be nice, man. I'm trying to be nice, right? He tried to sneak in. Let's call a spade a spade. He watched me, right? My daughter. Who else was with me? I think a couple other guys that were with me that were on the list, right? He watched us go in. Unbeknownst to him, see, all these guys think I'm just some YouTube media guy that's, trying to do numbers of views. They didn't know that I was Team Tucker media marketing agent and I was on the list. they didn't know I was there to work, right? They didn't know I was there to do photography work, do interviews, and, meet with people. But yes, he watched me walk in with my daughters and a couple other people and attempted to follow right behind me because, I think they had let the regular media guys were going in at a certain time. But I was there early. We all was there early. I was with Jihad and the team, but if you drive, you know how traffic is. We got, caught up in the George Washington Bridge. So they got there a little bit before us and parked and went in, so we all didn't go in together. That is the same time when I walked in with Shakur Stevenson and his mother and Keyshawn Davis and A and all that. And you see now, I think I even got that footage somewhere out there. But yeah, that was that time when the guy, he tried to sneak in behind us because he has clout on the internet. And he thought that I was just, this is what happens, man. But thank you for bringing that up, Clarence, right? Thank you for bringing that up, man. Thank you for bringing that up. Appreciate that, good brother. He said, Willie Mose said, I don't know you. Man, facts of life. Shout out to Willie. And you see how Clarence is throwing out names? That is Shakur Stevenson's grandfather, trainer, right? Teacher. He's a teacher. A brilliant boxing guy, but that is him. That is him. And I think I even interviewed him that day. I called, I said, because what they do for the city over there, they bring so much life to Newark, man. And shout out to all the people that they have inspired over there, all the good brothers and sisters that I've met. And the food over there is phenomenal. Newark has a lot of great food spots. I think the first time I had a Authentic Oxtail Burger. It was a fight week in Newark. They have Ambassadors Fried Chicken and stuff. They have a lot of good things out there, man. Shout out to them. I think they have a fight date coming up sometime in July. Hopefully we could get on that card as well. It might be a little tough, but it might not be. If we take care of business real quick, June 8th, real quick, we might can get back on that card. You never know, right? Because you know my saying, right? Do your thing in the ring and the phone will ring, right? But hey, what do I know, man? I know I'm here today, man. Technically, like I said, let me throw my boots on, man, so I can get in gear a little bit, man. Because like I said, I'm here, but I'm not here, man. I was doing all sauce business yesterday. But I'm here, but I'm not here, right? Look, I was doing a lot of sauce business yesterday, man. Look, I keep these. See what these is? Keep these too, man. Yes, July 6th. Thank you, Clarence. July 6th is the date. Damn, I thought I had a sweater back here, man. Unfortunately, I don't have no sweater. Man, that sucks for me, man. You know? Man, yo, yesterday, listen, I'm not gonna tell y'all but listen, I showed two of my receipts, right? I showed two of my receipts. I showed the $20 delivery, and then I showed an $18 delivery, right? Do the math on that. That is $38 for two deliveries. I did over 21 deliveries yesterday. But that was just two deliveries right there that I showed in a little content that I put out, right? That accumulated to what, $38, right? That is what, if some of these guys be giving out $2 donations or sitting around for $2 donations and shit, right? So if I made $38, right? What is that, man? That is, you would have to donate 16 times, right? I believe, right? 16? No, not even 16. Nope, let me get it together. You have to donate about, damn, I'm drawing a blank, but that was two drops that I made $38. I did 21 deliveries yesterday, right? 21, right? And I was only out for 9 hours, give or take. Because remember, I did take a little break. I did the live stream. Then I got my daughters off the bus. I had them with me. So that was like 9 hours throughout the day, 21 drops, right? Well, I say that to say this. When you're actually in motion doing things, you can't be stagnated, man. See, YouTube, and it's like I be telling my partners, my business partners and people with me behind the scenes, they be like, yo, man, you got to do more streaming. I be like, yo, I can, but the streaming shit is stagnation for me, man. And I showed them that yesterday. I was like, yo, you see how I was live and my phone was blowing up. I'm not one of these guys that can sit around all day doing that. It's stagnation. The news, Bashar News. Hopefully, y'all caught this source. You know, you do have options. Real life growth. No gimmicks. No stagnation. No scammers. But hey, what do I know? Got it.